All right, guys, before we get to today's video sponsor is Electric. They sent me this e-bike. It's the Express step-through e-bike. And when I say step-through, instead of having a bar coming across here, you can just step right through it to get on it. It's still wintertime here. See, no leaves on the trees or anything like that. So it's a little cold for me to take this out for the first spin, but I'm excited to take this thing out. It goes 28 miles an hour. Let me just turn it on here and show you how this works. Brand new. And 28 miles an hour on a bike, you're flying. It's got the twin disc brakes on the front and rear, so like super strong and super quality components. It's got selectable compression on the shocks. It's got a light on the front, and then it's got this electric motor back here. It comes with the plug, the charger, the battery pack locks right into there, but the components are super high quality. Even without the electric assist, this is a super high quality bike. The Express step-through e-bike on a range of up to 45 miles. It also has a surprising payload capacity of 330 pounds. It's easy to assemble and it looks great too. They're the top-selling e-bike company in the US. Click the link in my description or scan the QR code on the screen to check out their rides. Add a bike cover to your order and get it for free with promo code ROB at checkout. I'm pretty sure it's 9 miles local roads for me to get to work that I could probably get to work in the same amount of time on this electric bike that it would take me driving my car.
What's up, everybody? Rob Ferretti here, and I am going to give you a shop tour. I went to Freddie Tavares' shop when I was down in Florida, and I'm like, I see the angle, but I don't see the rest of it, right? I just see this, I have this picture of it in my head, but you don't see what's behind the scenes. So I'm going to take you for a little bit of a behind the scenes tour of the shop and just show you everything, show you every nook, cranny, and what's here. And if you want to buy something and get it out of here, great. You don't, just check out what I've got. Let's start here. And this TV, couches over here. This is my engine block table from my Corvette. Sort of crap piled up all over the place. You've got tripods, you've got a money counter, you've got some cameras over here, the Hulkmans. This is where we set up for like the dream car tour. We may put some breakfast over there, or we may do it over there if we have a private event. This is just another desk, which doesn't really get used. If anything, I'll sit here in the chair and just work on my laptop on my lap. Some extra storage down here. We've got some suitcase prototypes down there. This is like one of those like covers from the back of a Range Rover. We got some headlights over here. So there's a collection of stuff. Here we've got the Precise Built. This they sent me. I was supposed to do a video or something on it. Let me show you about this. This is not the purpose of this, but this is a Precise Built torque wrench. And I think they followed up with me. And I never did anything. So, torque wrenches. Check them out. This goes up to 250 foot-pounds of torque. And I'll be honest with you. Never used it before. I've used torque wrenches. I just haven't used that one. So if you're interested, check them out. But let's keep walking around here. That's a little fan over there. Bucket, mop. This is a DVD rack. Why I still have this, I used to do the auto shows. And I used to have DVDs set up, and people would buy the DVDs. And that was one of the racks that was displaying them. Haven't done an auto show in years where I was selling DVDs. So why have that? I don't know. This is our little, I guess, tools and work area. It's got just enough for the basic hand tools and everything for us to do what we've got to do here. A little electrical stuff. Nothing crazy. We don't go nuts for repairs here. Most of the stuff gets sent out, but repairing a tire, switching, taking wheels off, doing anything like that is stuff that we end up doing. Here, you've got a couple of helmets. Like, there's always that random stuff. I got my baseball glove down there. A couple of ECUs. Like plenty of stuff lying around. Here, these things here, this is a car cover, but these are the rollers that you put into here, and you can put the lift down and then roll the lifts around. So that allows you to move the lifts around the warehouse. None of our lifts are bolted in. So if we have to, we can sort of roll them all out of here, but they're all 4-post lifts, so they're pretty well established. Pallet, I don't even know what came on that at some point in time. Behind every lift, we have an outlet, and that allows for all the cars that are here for storage to be on battery tenders at all times, if the owners want them to be. If not, no, some people prefer to have them started every once in a while. This whole wall here, which you'll always see in the background of the videos, this is all predominantly storage cars. I think there's a C5, that's an SL, DeLorean, Alfa Romeo. 458 Speciale, Porsche Turbo. Got a BMW there, which I think is in place of, I think he's driving whatever he does store here. Shavam's car up there, my Corvette up there, Nikki's Camaro over there, Shavam's lightweight up top, and then the rest is empty now. So we do storage here, and this is usually an active spot that we use for rental cars. And then the rest of the rental cars usually float around in the center. Let me show you what's behind here. I mean, we've got like there's ramps for each one of these, and they all just find their way somewhere. So is it the cleanest shop you're ever going to see? No. Do the floors have to be redone? Probably. But there's more ramps over there. There's extra 3M wrap material from when we did my Corvette. That box over there, I think that's one of these guys that I was going to send the piece of my the rear grille from my Ferrari, and I boxed it up and I never brought it out, and it's been sitting here ever since. And he's in Jersey. I'm like, oh, we'll just drive it down to him, and I don't think it ever happened. So I do apologize for that. Here are some of the aforementioned DVDs. Well, this box is empty. This box has a couple of DVDs in there. So we got some Rolls-Royce floor mats over here. As I said, it's a little bit of a mess, but people don't like to show you these. Here I've got the Audi parts. These are the Audi S5 hood and bumper. This is actually for the S6. I bought the wrong ones, so I'm like, I'll just sell them. And I never got around to selling them. So hopefully those things are starting to move. That was one of those things. I got them in the color that I thought matched my car. And I was like, this is great. I don't even have to paint them. And they ended up sitting here. I'm a big believer in buying things and getting rid of them. And I'm like, oh, I'm like paying a little amount of money or a reasonable amount of money, and I'm buying something for less than it's worth. But then when you don't sell it, you're stuck with it, especially if you're not incentivized or motivated to move this stuff. Here, this is just all like a lot of the stuff that you see on the back walls behind the lift are the parts that go to the lifts. And as you see, we have so many of them, we never even put them together. The wheels are in the box over there, and then the extra ramps. Here, this is all stuff that one of the guys that works for me is working on his truck over the winter, and this is all his stuff. So it's all tucked away nicely here under the lift. Now it's going to start to get a little bit more serious over here. This is Shavam's M3 lightweight, as I said. More DVDs. These are Blu-rays though, because these are longer boxes. So I've got plenty of DVDs. Super Speeders 5. What a good one, right? First to get a ticket challenge. It's got the $500 car challenge. Some of Shavam's storage stuff. These are the wheels that he bought for his Hurricane Evo. Ferrari car covers. This is that little scooter that they sent me and I ended up crashing. Over here we've got some spare tires lying around. We don't really keep as many spare tires as we used to. Those are all new though. And then you've got, these are probably Dimitri, who's a guy who used to work for me. Stores his spare tires here. Front bumper for the Hurricane Evo. This is my complete NSX interior. This is out of my 04, so this is going to be, I mean, it should sell at some point in time. I'm really bad at selling stuff because I don't list it. These two pieces of artwork, Ferrari and Lamborghini, theoretically, they are both warping now, but I'm sure that can be corrected. That's just the frame and the humidity. You got the cars here. Over here, you got my SSR, a spare set of SSR rears for my Corvette. This is the wing for my new Supra. I think those are also spare tires for the rear of the Corvette. My donut for the Supra. And then you got some damaged, mangled wheels here. That's Ferrari 488 wheels. So are these. We kept those for we had a lawsuit with one of our customers who crashed the car, and he's like, oh, the wheels are bad. And I'm like, oh yeah, the car had 4,000 miles on it. How are the wheels bad? So we kept them, but that lawsuit has since resolved itself. Back here, more ramps. And then you get over here, this is sort of our active storage area here. This is all like Adventure Drive shirts, Super Speeder shirts, racing gear. So whenever people order merchandise, it comes out of these boxes, and then some of the shelves over there. When I bought all of that stuff from the shop that went out of business in Ohio, and then, or was it Wisconsin, or I think it was either Illinois or Wisconsin. That's where all these things come from. Some side skirts from Lamborghinis and rear diffusers. We've got more side skirts for Huracans there. We had a rear bumper. There's a rear bumper over here for a Bentley. This is a bunch of other wheels and tires that we've got stacked up here. Just a bunch of... I have an ice maker over here from when we had a bar. But a lot of the stuff, this is post-flooding too, when we threw away a lot of crap. But this is a carbon fiber. I think this is for one of the Ferraris. There's some rear view mirrors, not rear view mirrors, but side mirrors for Huracans. So we've still got a bunch of this stuff lying around. And then just trailer tires. And this is all like spare parts. These are NSX. This is my factory rotors, calipers, and then rotors. They're all here somewhere. I've got the entire stock NSX brake kit here. These are SLR McLaren calipers. So if somebody ever needs those are probably expensive. Another torque tube for my Corvette. You have just spare brake pads, parts, and everything like that. Just a hodgepodge of garbage. And when I say garbage, it's got a value, which is why it doesn't get thrown away. But those are for my cool suit and extra tubes. This is a throttle body for a Supra. More DVDs. We've got the Metrovac, the blowers and the dryers and everything like that. I got spare rims here I've got my 458, I'm sorry, has 2 sets of wheels. The black ones are on there now. And then these are the silver ones that I like. And then pretty much just some utility stuff. Another master blaster to help dry the cars off. This is all from Metrovac stuff. This stuff is like super powerful, as is that one. And they're not cheap, but they're really good. We got some garbage paint back here that we should have thrown away years ago from when we painted the floors, but it'll go eventually. And then cleaning supplies over here. This is where we clean the shop or clean the cars, the hose reel, which breaks every 3 months, some jacks, just like the basic stuff that gets used all the time. Air compressors all over here. And then you work your way into the corner here. This is some Adams polishes, screws, nuts, bolts. Again, like the stuff that gets actively used, some rags. Far from organized, but it works because we know where it is. And that's one of those things. Anyone that likes to pretend like you can eat off the floor of the shop doesn't really run a efficient operation. It looks really nice, but when you're grinding out, a lot of the times things just have to go where they are, and you have to know where they are. So that is I think a 3,800 square foot shop here. That's the little tour. It's much busier in the summer, so there's a lot more going on. But there is a lot of crap that probably should go in a dumpster or should go up for sale. It's just a lot of effort to do it. I hate selling things because I have to deal with people when you're selling them, and that's very frustrating. But there's a tour. Rob Ferretti, thank you for watching. And if your shop looks any better than that, probably does. You just probably pay people to clean it. We're here working, making money, and we don't have a lot of customers that are walking around to the doldrums in the back corners of the shop, so it's not really a big deal, but we've got the stuff we need, and it works out pretty well for us. Thanks for watching. See you next time.